babes, welcome to my channel, and today we are going with another numerology reading on Ariana Grande and her man Ethan Slater's. So first of all, we got a lot to talk about. We're going to be talking about her karma, what's going to happen, why she did it, and we're going to talk about all of that, moons, all of that, planets. So grab your popcorn. So with this said, I want to remind you guys that all my readings have no date, they are divinely guided, of course. And everything said and mentioned in these readings are for your entertainment purposes only. So with this said, let's move forward. Also, I want to tell you guys that I am on Spotify. You can check and look on my Spotify in the description box below. You're going to find the link for my Spotify. With this said, let's go ahead. Now, Ariana Grande, she is a Cancer. She was born on June 26, 1993. Ethan Slater's, he was born on June 2nd, 1992. And if I'm not mistaken, he's a Gemini. Yeah, he's a Gemini. Now, let's talk about Ariana Grande. Cancer has a powerful personality and attracts others. However, their complexity can be exhausting for all but those who love them a lot. Love is an abstract concept for those born on these dates. So at this point, she has, because of her date of birth and whatnot, right? She has a perspective of love that's abstract, meaning that at times it could be having no colors and could be a little bit different than others. In this case, taking men who have girlfriends. Now, moving to him real quick. Ethan Slater, he is a Gemini. June 2nd, 1992. Live more through their emotions than their intellect. People born on this date are not interested in superficial relationships or of any sort. People born on this date are not interested in superficial relationships of any sort. They seek friends who can share their need to emotional intimacy. Now, that's where we see two differences, right? She is looking for something casual and where he is super emotional, perhaps a little bit more spiritual, and where he thought he met his soulmate. So at this point, we are getting right now in where he fell for her more than what she felt for him. In the way to perform, he feels like she is the soulmate. She is just having fun with him. But now, let me explain you more, and you're gonna be like, oh my gosh. So men born on June 2nd often count a woman as their closest confidant. Now, talking about this, they started as friends, meaning that he started confiding in her things that were happening in his relationship. In a way to perform, she being the energy she is, she became everything he, quote, wanted. Somebody who is interesting, somebody who is actually very independent, and sometimes that's why it's hard to have female friends and guy friends sometimes, and where they confine so much into where he fell for her more than she fell for him. She liked his attention, she liked his energies, and she just let it go on. Now, Ariana Grande and Ethan, they're just 11% compatible, and I'm going to break down for you. Now, let's talk about the moon phases of both people here. Ariana Grande, again, June 26, 1993, moon phase, first quarter phase. I'm going to show you right here. Moon phase for Ethan Slater's on June 2nd, 1992. It's a waxing crescent. Now, let's talk numerology. Ariana Grande, when we add her birthday and all that, right? She has a number 10 in numerology. And when we add his with all of it, right? He has at 11 in numerology. Now, this is when it gets interesting, and this is what I know they're not compatible and they're not going to last, which you don't need numerology for that, but it confirms it. Now, let's talk about Ariana Grande, which again, she's a 10 in numerology. She is compatible with 1, 3, and 5. Right out of the bat, they're not compatible whatsoever. Now, number 10 in numerology, let's see what this means. Represents completion of a cycle, the end, karma. So why is she always in connections with somebody else? She is literally karma. Okay, she is literally everybody's karma. Every single person she has been with, allegedly, she is 1000% her karma or their karma. So at this point, every time she goes there, she is there for a moment. When she's done, she's out. So unless she understands that what she needs, and I'm going to tell you why she does it and how she could let's say, do better in the future. But either way, it's talking about in where saying that she is karma. So she is always gonna be the end of a relationship. She's never gonna last with anybody that she gets in this way, in that way, until she works on things, because she is literally not karma. um Number 10, personality, ambition, determination, and creative vision. Now, it's talking about where she is a number 10. She wants things, and because she wants things, that's what she gets. So it's like, I want what you have, and because I have ambition, I'm gonna take it. That is her number 10 in person in numerology. Now, number 10 in relationships. Your romantic relationship is about to enter a new turn. So anyways, every time she is with somebody, it's always gonna be changing, because it's talking about that she could get bored. She is somebody who is always seeking for adventure. So at this point, that's why she allegedly changes of people, not because she can't be alone, only is because she gets bored. Number 10 equals independence, being alone, start and ending cycles. So again, number 10 is a number in where she's always going to be in different relationships. She's always going to start and end. She is not going to commit to anybody. So this dude committed a big, huge, intense mistake in where he could think that she is going to commit to him. She is not committing to him. She is not going to end up with him forever. This is going to end, and he's going to regret every single decision he ever made. And she is going to be his karma and everything that comes with it. Number 10, and negative traits, lack of consideration and tolerance for other people's thoughts. So number 10 in the negative side, right, numerology talking, they don't care about other people. They don't care about the consequences. They don't care about what they do to other people. They don't have consideration for other people's intentions, emotions, livelihood. And that's why she does that. She don't really care. And that is in her natural nature with numerology. She don't really care. That's like the negative traits of the number she has, sadly, right? Let's talk about her karma. Numerology number 10, karma. No debt to be paid is done and holds no responsibility. Now, energetically, it's talking about that she holds no responsibility, meaning that she don't care what she does. She don't care what's gonna come after that. So at this point, energetically, allegedly, she may not even care of the backlash she is getting as much as we think she could be caring, because her energies in numerology is somebody who really feels like she has no responsibility, because allegedly I do feel like she talks straightforward and upfront with him, and allegedly she's like energetically like, oh, you know what you got yourself into, you know that like, she's like, it's not my fault, it was on you, you shouldn't have, like, like, that's the energy I'm seeing from her. Now, number 10 is a karmic number because 10 equals 1, right? And it's unexplainable behavior patterns. Moreover, it might be possible that a complicated habit of or feeling rooted in the past life, like disliking happiness or feeling trust issues, might be after the ongoing behavior. So her ongoing behavior is explained as she is actually used to be alone. She has trust issues in where she likes to be with people that she knows she does not feel an intense connection with, into where she can end it. And if they ended with her, let's say, she's not going to be heartbroken. I do feel like there is an intense energy of like she don't trust men specifically and allegedly. So at this point, this could be related to her childhood. This could be related to a boyfriend that she had that broke her heart, and that is allegedly what is lacking. Like, she wants to have control, and she wants to have the power of allegedly, I can end things when I want to. You know what I'm saying? Also is allegedly seeking for some types of validation, that allegedly some people feel like being wanted, and like, oh, you leave everything for somebody. For me, it's a validation. But once that is done, and she allegedly has stability with that individual, she's gonna get bored, and she's gonna try to find something else. Now we're gonna go with Eden. he's a Gemini. He's an 11. So 11 is compatible with 2, 6, and 8. Again, they're not compatible right out the bat. Now 11 in numerology, spiritual and imaginative, gifted with many talents. He connected in a different level. Perhaps thought he found his soulmate, like I said before, because it says like people born in his date are more connected and confined into female best friends or friends, and he felt such connection because allegedly, being karma, sometimes you can actually give exactly what people need, to get your way. So at this point, she giving him allegedly what he wanted or needed at the moment. Jumped into, oh my gosh, she's my soulmate. Now 11, personality, charisma, leadership and inspiration, inner conflict and other catalysts. So at this point, this is a person who's insecure, somebody who allegedly is confused and is easy to manipulate, and at this point will make decisions based on an emotion without really thinking through. And at the end of the day, that's why he allegedly did what he did, because he is easy to manipulate, as well as he fell for the idea that she gave him. Now 11 in relationship, new beginnings and connections, loyal and dedicated partner. So at this point, you guys know that he had been in a relationship for 10 years or so. Now whenever he actually falls for somebody, he could be dedicated, but at this point it's kind of like the opposite. He thought like his new beginning was with Ariana, and he wanted to allegedly be with her and give her everything, but at this point, he being the new beginning and she being the ending, that's why it's not gonna last, because allegedly he's like, oh my gosh, I have my forever, and she's like, oh my gosh, I have my summer love. 11 meaning spiritual wisdom and intuitive, must use their gift of awareness. That is where he has his worst karma. His number is a very positive number. Now he has the energy of awareness, meaning that using your gifts for good, do things correctly, because you're naturally spiritual, you're naturally supposed to be good. Now the fact that he is not being good and he hasn't been good, he's gonna have the hardest karma ever, because the universe literally gave him since birth the energy of awareness, and where he did not use, and he did not use for good, he hurt people, especially his ex-wife. So at this point, this is one of the karma that he's gonna lose everything, I can tell you that. Now 11 negative traits, extremely self-conscious, extremely emotional, daydreamer, aimless at times, loner, confused. Like I said before, we got somebody who's extremely self-conscious right away, and somebody who's super emotional, and somebody who is aimless in a way that he's so confused, that he's so self-conscious, that he is like, I do feel like he was like starstruck with Ariana, and the fact that he's like, a girl like her be interested in a guy like me, allegedly with his natural numbers, and to where feeling a little bit self-conscious, he was like, oh my gosh, I need to do this, because again, a girl like her being interested in a guy like me, he just fell for it. I do feel like allegedly she could have love bombing him as well. So also talking about that he is, again, too emotional, and he could be shiftless, meaning that, again, somebody who's super emotional often could change their moods. So at this point, I do feel like he would change his mood with his wife and Ariana as well, allegedly. Now 11, what is his karma? It's not a karmic number. Again, number 11 naturally is not a karmic number because of their intuition and awareness, but if not used correctly, it will lead to loneliness, confusion, conflict, and inner conflict, leading to a karmic situation that later will be taken as a lesson. Now, as I said before, number 11 is not a karmic number, but because his intuition and awareness, he did not use it correctly, he's going to end up single. He's going to end up single and lonely, and most likely it's going to affect allegedly his career and in a way to perform the opportunities he could have, because cancel culture is here. So at this point, that's that. But I do see that he will actually, after he end up not being with Ariana, he's gonna learn his lesson. And yes, but I do feel that once again, he was naturally given the awareness energy. He was giving all of this naturally, in where he did not took in consideration, and now he's gonna pay for that. Now number 11, it's in the karmic number is a number 2, because 11 is 1 1 plus 1, 2. Now, 2, it says, strive to be more sensitive to the needs and feelings of others. So his main lesson and his main karma is like to be more sensitive and to actually take in consideration the feelings of others. Both of them did not care about neither of the people involved, right? So they just were super selfish, allegedly, and did what they needed to do. But at this point, whatever is coming after, they're going to learn to put their feelings aside and also being more empathetic into others, which they didn't. Now, number 2, you need to be more diplomatic and honest. To do the opposite, they will receive a taste of their own medicine. Again, his karma, he is going to be tasting the same thing that he did to his wife. So even if he's with Ariana, let's say that they end up together, blah blah blah, she allegedly is going to end things with him, and he's going to lose her the same way he got it, meaning that she's going to do the same thing to him that he did to his wife. So he's going to be given the same taste of his own medicine. Now, as a relationship, right, we got Ariana Grande 10, Ethan Slate's 11, 21, 2 plus 1 is a 3. Now, relationship as a 21, right? They thought they were their ultimate fulfillment. Workaholic and overly ambitious, lacking of humanitarian instincts and stress. So talks about like they're toxic together. They workaholic, they don't really work on emotions. Is gonna be like feeling like one of the two is gonna feel like the other one overlooks them. One of the two is gonna feel like, oh my gosh, you don't care for me, you don't talk to me. So Ariana being not as emotional, he being as emotional, she's gonna get tired of his clinginess. Allegedly, she's gonna get tired of his clinginess because she works a lot, right? And even if they're together, he's gonna be like, oh, let's spend some time together, let's do some fun things who could be romantic and whatnot, and she's gonna be like, no, and until he is going to actually fall into like, okay, I need to make her love me again. So he's gonna get super clingy, she's gonna get very detached, into where she is gonna get super bored and then go with somebody else. That is exactly what's gonna happen. So at this point, he could enjoy his 15 minutes of being with Rihanna, but it's not gonna end well. She's gonna consider him very, very clingy now, because she is overly ambitious. So now he's gonna be super stressed. It's gonna be a toxic relationship. They're both going to learn the lesson. She's gonna regret being with him. He's gonna regret being with her, in a point into like he's gonna do everything after he's done with her to get back to his wife, but she's not gonna take him back most likely. If she does for a second, it's gonna be for the baby, but then they're gonna break up because again, allegedly, it's just not it. This is the karmic debt. So their karmic debt is to not be happy, being toxic, into getting bored of each other, into a way that they could hate each other eventually. So 21, root of 3, negative behavior, is unflinching thoughts and scattered action, scattered energies, exaggeration, unfinished projects, lack of direction, moodiness, and self-centered. Like I said before, it's pretty much unfinished projects. This is not going to last. Like I said before, it's going to start and it's not going to last because, again, we have energies who are self-centered. It's an energy who's self-centered, and the other one is also kind of like self-centered too, but more in an emotional way. So, again, they're not going to last. They're going to be very unhappy. Most likely, they're going to hate each other eventually. Now, we're going to talk about future predictions here. Now, we already know 10, 11 months. So, for Ariana, she being 10, October and November is going to be very important. So, it's talking about the future prediction for the both of them now. In August 15, there's going to be another statement from both or either source announcing they're not going to pursue their relationship, and they will apologize for the harm they caused that they caused and could have done to others with their actions. Again, November 21st will be an intense and explosive day for them, as they might be spotted together after they said they were done. Now, let's talk about the planets here. Ariana, she is ruled by Mars. Mars is the god of war. planet of action and desire, leftover nature of man, represents the type of man she is attracted to. So that's why we understand now why she likes men who are troublesome. She likes what she can have because she likes to conquer, allegedly. Her energies naturally is saying she likes to conquer, and that's why she goes after relationships that once are doomed, and second, a man who has somebody else. She likes to conquer, allegedly, because of her nature. It's like, oh, I took it from her. It's like a trophy for her. Represents the type of man she is attracted to. Now, why is she attracted to married man or taken man? No real intention of really committing, because she don't really have a real intention to really commit it. They lose interest when they are suddenly in a relationship. They want to play relationship, not being in one. Again, it's a toy. It's a toy. It's a toy. Again, God of War. It's a toy. I conquer it. It's mine. Buh. Let me go with something else. It deeply ingrained in her, probably from childhood, to evolve in a venerate man whose ultimate approval she could never actually have. Like I said before, this could allegedly go back then, and where she was told to do her best and always never getting the approval. So now she's like, okay, I'm gonna get what I can have, because something from childhood, it could be a boyfriend, again, I don't know her personally. So again, these are the possibilities. Now we're going to talk about Ethan's planet. He has Mercury, communicative and adaptable, but the negative side, this ruled by this planet, can also be indecisive, critical, and filled with nervous and anxious energies. Like I said before, he is very dependent. With all these things, is somebody who could be easily dependent and codependent, into where it's not gonna work for her, because she is literally the God of War, which is somebody who's a leader and independent. So now when somebody depends on somebody, codependent, is so clingy, she's gonna get tired of them. So she's gonna hurt him super bad. He is going to regret even meeting her. I can promise you that. We're going to go with Mercury and Mars. And it says Mars is considered to be malefic masculine male, while Mercury is benefit gentle Enoch. The martial bliss becomes a distant dream, and the couple struggles for pregnancy. So again, they're going to struggle. They're not going to last once again. Gemini and Cancer, are they compatible? Outcome, not going to last. Relationship status may last up to 11 weeks to 11 months. So this is in between 3 months. The relationship, if they stay together and they go, oh, we love each other, it could last 3 months. Too much is pushing it to 11 months. But that's going to be very rarely, give or take. So at this point, he got played by her. Literally, he got played by her. He's going to regret leaving his wife. He's going to regret all of it. He is going to be super heartbroken. And allegedly, once they're for real done and she could make a statement either or with words or having somebody else, he's going to become the laughter of everybody. So at this point, is Ariana going to change? No. She's allegedly always going to go for men who are taken, unless she miraculously work on her stuff, but I really doubt it. Is she allegedly a girl's girl? No, she's not. Allegedly, I mean, if she has allegedly the chance, she will take your man. So at this point, it's something to keep an eye on. But either way, they're not gonna last. Like I said before, they could last 3 months up to 11 months, and that is pushing it to as a miracle. So with this, guys, I hope you guys liked it. I know it was a lot of explaining. It's just super hard sometimes to read my my writing, but also it's because it's very intense. Anyways, I hope you guys liked it. If you have any other artists that you guys want me to do numerology, let me know. It'll take a couple days, because it does take a couple days. Like I said before, this was a long, because I have to break it down perfectly. But either way, follow me on IG, follow me on TikTok, follow me, please, and I'll tend to follow back on IG kind of as much as I can. I also offer personal readings. I do offer this as well on my services as well. You can find it on my website. The description box below is the link for that. I want to remind you that I do not offer any readings for free or any services for free, and I never message anybody on any platform to offer my services. So with this said, thank you so much and have an amazing day.